So, hello guys, I'm Shok Savalkar and I welcome you to Codesters, the YouTube channel that you must follow if you want to get your latest videos, latest guidance, latest tutorials on the technologies in the coding and programming world. And yeah, the video is also related to tutorials today. So the today's video is like welcome to the web development tutorial phase 1, okay? This is just the beginning of a web development course that we are bringing up. So without wasting a board's time, let's get started. So introduction and the course structure. So guys, basically I made this presentation so that I don't eat up a lot of time and also we can start our very first HTML code in the very same video, okay? The course has an aim to make you a full stack web developer. So yeah, I told you what is a full stack developer in the very last video. If you want to hear it again, I'll tell you. It's like the guy can do anything related to web development himself. He can do the front end, he can do the back end as well as he can do the database stuff. We will be covering the technologies that are important for a web developer. So the technologies that we'll be using in these video tutorials have been used by professional web developers in the day-to-day life. So I told you the course covers front end, back end as well as the databases. Front end. In the front end, we'll be learning the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the Bootstrap. Okay. In the back end, we'll be learning Python, which is really a trending language, and the Django. The database we will be using is SQLite that comes with Django, and the course goes like from HTML, then CSS, then Bootstrap, then JavaScript, then the Python deep dive. Why we have written the Python deep dive? Because Python will be a whole different tutorial. We'll be deep diving into Python so that you also get oriented with other fields that come with Python. Okay, and then we'll be doing Django. That's a high-level web framework that is built on Python. So what is a today's aim? Our today's aim is to just give you a general introduction of the course, start and set up with a workflow. So like installing the text editor and like how the files work and just explaining the basics task that web developer should know initially. And also writing a first HTML code and started getting on a way, guys. So we'll be writing a very first HTML code here, and today we will be just starting on a journey to a full stack web developer. So today, the introduction to HTML, that is written as HTML intro. So what is HTML? So HTML is a hypertext markup language. So it's the name of the language. Now see, the computer can't understand English, or he can't understand Hindi or something. He needs to understand, the browser needs to understand the language that he is comfortable with. So that language is the HTML. Okay, and it is used to define the structure and the elements on a page. Okay, so the elements, like there are a lot of elements on your web page, like there is an image, there is an maybe a slider, or there is something like iframe, or there are links to the page that are defined using HTML, and also the structure of the page is used defined using HTML. It is the easiest among when you will start in the programming and the coding. Well, it's HTML is the easiest, and also being so easy, it doesn't lose its importance. It's really important in the web development thing, and I guess it's really a fundamental concept of web development. Okay, so guys, today also we are going to see like how to save our HTML files and how to get the output of the files, how to run them in the browsers. So guys, let's talk about text editors. So what is a text editor? Basically, is a text editor is a software, or you can call as an application that allows you to save your code somewhere. You don't want your code to, disappear after you close your computer, or after maybe refreshing your code shouldn't disappear. So text editor is just a simple application that allows you to save your code and convert that file into different yeah, a different extension like .html or maybe .css. So that don't go into deep. So just understand it should allow you to save your code so that your code doesn't disappear. So there are a lot of text editors that are available out in the market. If you get one in the Windows that you have, or in the Mac OS, it is a text editor or something, I don't know. On Windows, you have the Notepad that can be used for web development, and mostly it is a really good application in the beginning, as you have to write the code yourself, and it's a really good practice. But the text editor that we are going to use today is the VS Code. So let's go to the VS Code website. So guys, you see, this is the VS Code website. It is like code.visualstudio.com. Just visit the website, and here you can see the download option for your Windows. Select the version that is compatible with your device. So maybe if you're on a Mac, download here. If you're on the 64-bit Windows, then download this thing. And if you're on Linux, download this. So yeah, after you download and you're completed with the setup and all things, you'll see a text editor, something like this. Yeah, this is the very beginning screen of your Visual Studio Code. And I think it isn't really complicated to set up any software, as we use a lot of softwares in our day-to-day life, and installing it isn't a really big thing for us. So yes, today we'll be starting with the HTML. Just close this thing. May seem a bit complicated for the beginners, may seem like what's going on and what's not going on. So don't get confused with this. It's really easy. Okay. We'll not be covering everything about VS Code right now. As it comes in the course, I'll be telling it to you so that you don't get really confused about these things. So just go here. This is the Explorer. And in this editor, so this is your editor. Within this editor, you need to open a file, okay, where you want to save your code, or where you want to, the location where your code should be saved. So just open a folder. Now I have just two folders right now, but I'll create a new one, okay, and I'll just create a new one folder. We'll be naming it maybe web develop web dev. I really should use shortcuts some of the times, so yeah, tutor. So web dev tutor, and just enter and select this file and select folder. So now this is the web dev tutor. So when you're in the file name appears here where my cursor is right now. And now within the web dev tutor, now what you can do is go to the file location like this. I'll show you. Open the file location, maybe go to your desktop and then go to web tutor and then create a new file on like a text document or something. But that isn't our aim. So let's just delete this. I will show you how to do this within the VS Code really easily. So yeah, just see. You can see here a new file option. Just click on it, and yeah, just name it like maybe this is a first for tutorial. So let's name it first. Okay, first dot HTML. So okay guys, now you can see like every file in HTML is saved with a .html extension. Okay, this tells your browser that the file that you are saving, or the thing that you're using, is the HTML. And so you can see that the VS Code also detects it like this. It shows you the HTML extension. There are different extensions for different languages. Just click enter and this will open up your editor like this. Okay, I'll just zoom in. If you want to zoom in, just press Control plus. So yeah, this is zoomed and I hope you can see right now. Yeah, okay. So guys, we'll be setting up to write our very first code. And I just told you that every file in HTML should be saved with the extension .html, otherwise your browser is not going to detect that it is a HTML file. Okay, yeah, let's start. Okay, now HTML contains of tags. Okay, what are these tags? I'll show you. So the very beginning tag in any HTML document should be the HTML file. It has been simplified, so you don't try to mention the doc, the doc type and everything. We'll just be starting from the HTML. So this defines like my HTML code is starting from here and ending there. So you can see this is the starting tag and this is the ending tag. Okay, so nothing different. And yeah, the HTML, let's start it. This is a very first piece of code. So this told the browser that my HTML is starting from there and ending out there. So just write hello world and just explanation. Just control S this thing. And yeah, what that just do is like if you want to save this file, the very thing would be like go into the file and then save like this, or the very easy command that you can use is just control and S. Yeah, your file is now saved. So guys, as we are done with our Very first code. This is your very first code. We're happy you have started with the web development thing. And yeah, you can see I just wrote the hello world and I saved it. So yes, so let's go to the browser and see the output. Okay, I know everyone is excited for that. So like when we go to the desktop, just go to the dev tutorial and the first thing I would recommend to open in Google Chrome. Okay, you can use any browser for the output, but I would recommend to like open it with Google Chrome. Yeah, see, this is your very first web page where you have written like hello world. Okay, congratulations, guys, you have started with the web development. Though seems really basic, we have come a lot forward. And in the next videos, we'll be seeing more about web development, more about the HTML, more about CSS, more about the front end. So, guys, if you want to catch up with this content, just subscribe to the channel and yeah, press the bell icon so that you don't skip any part of these tutorials. And guys, this is all for today's video where we just wrote the hello world. In the next we'll be seeing how we can just magnify this text by using some heading tags and other things in HTML, and we'll go deep dive into HTML. So don't worry, like don't be scared that we'll finish HTML somewhere here. Yeah, so let's end the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Meet you in the next video.